Hello, Ginger Steele here. If you've ever felt like you instantly died in MWO or your mech suddenly stopped working, this is probably why. Because once I understood armor and components, the game started to make a lot more sense. So I'm going to keep this really simple so that you understand what's happening when you're taking damage and how to stay alive longer. So first, armor is your first layer of protection. Every part of your mech has armor, and that goes for every mech. Your arms, your side torsos, your center torso, your back, everything. And once that armor is gone, that's when things get dangerous. So as you take damage, that armor starts getting stripped away. And once it's gone, you are no longer protected. And so underneath that armor are your components. This is where your weapons, your engine, and all your systems actually are. So once your armor is gone, your components can be damaged or destroyed. So you can have no weapons potentially, which has happened to me. This is why, and that's exactly why your weapons just disappear. Or suddenly your mech feels weaker. It's because that part got destroyed. And the most important part of your mech is your center torso. If that gets destroyed, you're dead. If you lose a side torso and an arm, you might lose weapons, you might lose ammo, you might lose heat sinks, or maybe, a computer. If you take a big hit to your survivability, you're still alive though, right? So what do you actually do with this? Try not to expose the same part of your mech over and over. If one side is getting damaged, turn a little and spread that damage out. That's what people mean when they say share armor. This is also why positioning matters so much. Because if you're in a bad position, you're just taking damage in the same spot over and over and over again. So once you really understand armor and components, you'll start to see why you're dying and what you can do differently. So I know for me, my probably biggest weakness is moving my torso as I'm getting hit. I tend to get so hyper-focused at shooting that I'm not twisting, and I think that's really important. That does help your survivability. If you go into the game with the mind frame of, I'm going to stay alive, that's the goal, nothing else. Don't make, I want to get so much damage, I want to kill so many. If you go in with the mindset of I want to survive, that has really helped me survive. And if you survive, you have a higher chance of higher damage. You also have a higher chance of getting a kill. So go into your match with the goal of surviving and twisting and turning and paying attention to where your weaknesses are as you're getting hit. So I'm curious, what part of your mech do you feel like you lose the most? Let me know in the comments.
Silly boys. Mechs are for girls.